Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I want to thank you for coming out tonight, and I apologize. I actually thought I had set this for 9:30 and not 9 o'clock. So here I am. I want to say thank you for everybody that has come out. Hello, Kimmy's Lounge. Hello, Carrie Lawson. Thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate you. Being you cosplay and Miss Justice as always for being my a mod. Uh, I often forget to say thank you, and for all these I think I forget to say, and so I'm making sure I say thank you tonight. And Miss Justice cosplay. Let's see here, who's all here? Lorray is here. Yes. Thank you, Cosplay, for putting out there. Make sure you select the all messages and hit that thumbs up button. That way you can be part of the chat community during the live. Let's see here. And yes, of course. Jazzy Jewel, I did not forget. I simply forgot what time I scheduled this for. I thought it was 9:30, but here we are. It was 9 o'clock. Lorraine, thank you very much. So I saw a question in the chat. What does the pink hand stand for? That is actually a hand that's waving. So somebody was waving hello. Let's see here. Grace, thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate you. Shaddy B, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you doing so. Justice Jane, we are going to thank you very much. I'll come back to Summer Wells in a moment there. Let's go ahead and get this out there. Missing in Columbia, Tennessee, Jaden Carpenter goes by name Shug, has been missing 9 months. White female, 22, 5'6", with blue eyes, brown hair, tattoo across her chest, and barbed wire around wrists with the name Ava. There's also a woman that is from Kingsport that has been missing for a month now. Let's see here. Last seen, TBI issued an endangered person alert. She is 20 years old, from Kingsport, was last seen on June 26th. The TBI endangered young adult alert, in accordance with the Holly Bobo Act, has been issued on behalf of the Kingsport Police Department for 20-year-old Layla Santanello. If I'm mispronouncing that last name, please forgive me. Layla is 4'10", weighing 135 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. Let's go ahead and make sure this gets shared here. So bear with me 1 second here, folks. Okay, Layla is 4'10", weighs 135 pounds, and blonde hair with brown eyes. She was last seen on June 26th in the area of American Way in Kingsport. If you have seen Layla, that's a picture of Layla. Regarding or have information regarding her whereabouts, please contact the Kingsport Police Department at 423-343-9780 or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. I feel like I'm really quiet tonight, folks. Bear with me. Just a second here. I'm just checking on my volume level. If I'm too loud now, please let me know for anybody. Don't mean to blast anybody's ears. I turned up my volume. Hello, Nani07. Thank you very much. Juju's Rabbit Hole. Thank you very much. Bailey, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Guys, I'm not going to be very long tonight. I am more or less tonight. I am going to go on a little bit of a rant here. Lynn Lee, thank you very much for coming out. I do appreciate you doing so. Of course, I will allow anybody that wants to come up and make a comment to do so, or if they want to express their opinions on the situation, they're more than welcome to do so as well. If nobody has been following the events that happened today alone, goodness knows, people can't leave today alone. Hello, Pomp Troll. Thank you very much for coming out. That a new person, a new neighbor, has spoken out on from Ben Hill Road. And I'm not going to go into the full context of what that creator, what that conversation was. If you want to hear on it, Ziggy did a live this morning where she was talking to Fred Hill's girlfriend. Cosplay, I understand. Carrie's right. This content is and discussion is all opinionated, alleged, and for entertainment purposes. It's not the conversation that happened this morning that I take issue with. For just as much as I'm a transplanted local, I live in Hawkins County. I give a perspective that not many creators had about the area. Fred Hill gives in a perspective, and his girlfriend Laura, however you say her name, gives a perspective that I can't give. What was living on on Ben Hill Road like? Nani, you're fine. I actually have been trying to stay away from everything. I've been on vacation. And even though I told people I was going to be back on Tuesday night, I actually stayed away for a couple days because I was enjoying being on vacation. Let's just be honest. I was enjoying being on vacation. Hello, Angel Eyes. Thank you very much for coming out. I am fed up with to the max is that the creator that goes by the popular brand of sour cream is once again inserting herself in matters or in ways that are outright lies. Forgive me, folks, if you hear me slurping down some ice water. I have a bottle that, yeah, well, anyway. Hello, Robin N. Thank you very much for coming out. I'm fed up. I really, really am. This person, they're done. I'm absolutely done, and I'm not going to be nice anymore about this. I refuse to be. Person identifies themselves as living in Tennessee. Fine. Stop right there, and I don't have an issue. Go to say that you live in the Tri Cities when the town you live in, the farm you live on is northwest of Nashville. I'm sorry, is northwest of Knoxville, putting you closer to Nashville than it does to the Tri Cities. Yes, Carrie, you're absolutely right. She is nothing but a whole train wreck and nothing but drama and chaos. You're absolutely right. And the guys, I apologize. I know I say I try to stay out of the drama, out of this, that, the other. I am not here to defend anybody, but I'm here because I'm sick of it. This channel went on for months. And please be aware the way I apologize for the way I'm going to put this. But they stuck their nose into their own cow pie. They went and stuck their own nose into their own cow pie. Their channel is nothing about a transition from being let's cater to what Don says to let's cater to what Candace says, and refuse to ask a good question to them when they had perfect opportunity. It's not even. I get what you guys are saying in the chat here, but understand. Let's just take a step back, and the focus of this channel. What really got me going on this channel, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping around for a sec. I'm jumping around. What this channel has focused on in the past, I don't know, 4 months. I kind of stopped paying attention to them, but today just took the cake, and I couldn't keep quiet any longer. Has been nothing but to promote what Don Wells says, what Candace Wells says, and that they are the only ones that know the absolute truth and speak the truth. And oh, let's put their Cash App out there. Again, folks, please do not think I have an issue with the creator because of how much time a creator puts into work of creating research, creating and doing all the things a creator needs to do to present a decent live. Don't have an issue with them putting out a Cash App. Hello, Survivor 67. Thank you very much for coming out. When is enough? When is the community going to say enough is enough and just stop watching? Because honestly and seriously, that's what needs to happen. I politely as I possibly can tell everybody every single time I go live, or almost every single time, be careful who you listen to. But the audacity of this person today, just was over the top to me. I'm going to be naming some creators here in a second, folks, and I'm not trying to do this to step on anybody's toes. If I don't mention you, it doesn't mean that you're on the same playing field as this one woman. Grandmama Annie, thank you very much for coming in. I do appreciate you. Yes, Miss Justice, you caught the pun that I wasn't paying attention that I said. But the audacity of this woman to say that she is the only creator that has kept Summer Wells' name out there. And that no other creator would have any sort of content without anything she ever said and did. Not a butterfly. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's the poor me channel. Not just have sympathy for me, but have reached down and have this like depressing level of poor me. Wisconsin Mama, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, I want to thank you very much. Lo and behold, does she not realize that this community for that it once Summer Wells found has gone from being Summer's Army, which doesn't really get used anymore, to being supported mainly, again, great creators, please do not, if you're listening, do not, if I don't mention your name, please do not feel offensive. Some people have taken a break and have come back. Some people are still so new to this that they're still trying to learn about what happened with Summer Wells. I'm not including you in the main group because, and it's not to offend you. It's just that some of us has been covering Summer Wells for rapidly going on 2 years and 2 months. Right now, it's 2 years, a month, and 2 weeks. Going on 3 weeks. No, I was not on Daisy. That is not me who was on there. And it's kind of part of the reason why I'm speaking out tonight and giving you what I truly feel. Hello, Sugar Mama. That Tex or Texas person or whoever it was ridiculous. There's been 3 people, 3 creators that have honestly and almost dutifully every single night they go live done nothing but talk about Summer Wells. Myself, Trevor, the Lab. That's it. This so-called woman, because now in day and age, you never can tell who's what anymore. The so-called woman has to stop. And it starts with people tuning her out. Lorray, exactly. Lorray, Juju, Miss Kimmy Lounge. If I don't see another creator in here, I apologize. You guys are the creators. You guys are the creators. I mean, but they're still learning about Summer Wells and what happened and what has happened in the course of the 2+ years that she has gone missing. So please don't be offended by my rant tonight and what I'm doing tonight, because I'm just fed up. I'm seriously just fed up tonight. And of all days that of a year, there are 2 days in a year that I really don't like. Today's not a day that I would want to be fed up. Frankly, this is a day that I would rather be under blankets and just forget the day existed. By the way, to those who said wished me well wishes on Facebook, I do appreciate that. There's not one bit of truth. There's not one bit of useful truth that is coming from that channel. Every single thing they do over there is hypocritical. They want to sit there and complain that all the creators, every single creator, not every single creator puts out a Cash App. Amalu, thank you for coming out tonight. And you're right, Lorray. You're right. And as of lately, I have been trying to be more diverse and with covering other stories, and not only just children, but stories that are out in the news that just don't make sense and need to make sense. Victoria Burgess, thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate you doing so. What's the famous line from Jim Carrey's movie Liar Liar? And the truth shall set you free, I believe is what it is. But Miss Justice, I agree. This has always been from day one, June 15th, 2021. As I say is that it was a clock that should have never ever been started, but it got started. That Summer Moon Utah Wells went missing. The truth of every single piece of information. If you, this is why we sit there and we go and look at the information the TBI puts out, and we say, yes, that is the information that we know to be the truth. No matter what side of the fence you sit on, if you want to see a recovery or a rescue of Summer, it does not matter because the end result is always going to be the same. It's justice for Summer. Yes, Laura, exactly. And this is what I'm getting to. You have a absolutely beautiful looking young lady, little girl. And yes, you can say a little girl is beautiful. All children are beautiful. Summer Moon Utah Wells. It's what started this community. And until the day that she is either rescued or recovered, it is what the only thing other than the justice for Summer that will end the community. It's ridiculous. You know, Carrie once said, I believe Cosplay may have also agreed and said it as well, that I never have to fear Don Wells, Candace Wells showing up in my chat room or trying to talk to me live because one thing they know is I will never put up with their bullshit. And that's absolutely truth. I would never. Hello, the real Rock and Robin. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. I would never allow them to play the games that they have been playing on other channels. Thank you, Wisconsin Mama, for agreeing with me that all God's children are beautiful. You're absolutely right. And that's exactly what I mean. And I'm not doing this. So if anybody comes across this and says, oh, he did this for clicks and views, bull crap. I have 55 people and I'm more than happy to have 55 people listening to me. When a creator won't start a live unless they have 1,000 or 100 or whatever it is that some creators say they won't start the live until, or you have a creator that will put out their own Cash App, their own monetization. Again, no offense to creators that have monetized their channel. That's not what I meant. Not what I mean. In an exploitation of a missing child. It's a whole different scenario. But that's exactly what you have going on. Like I said, I'm tired of being nice. Somebody can be offended all they want. There's an X button somewhere on the top of there that they can click and not hear me. Wouldn't offend me one bit. Real Rock and Ramen, you're exactly right. You get 100% what I'm so irritated with. You put Summer Wells in the title, but don't allow anyone to discuss Summer. You're right. The only reason I put Summer Wells in the description of tonight's is because it's exactly what it's about. Miss Justice, you know, if it is, if it is, there's hell to pay. If this is a prank on the same level or a level that they try to achieve higher than the phone call to Mary, there is a level of hell to pay that I would not want to imagine. And again, folks, I said at the beginning, this is a rant night. I apologize. I apologize for my language. If anybody's offended, I'm very sorry. But there's a 5-year-old child that has been missing for 2 years. More than 2 years now. And the parents in the whole entire 2 years have been playing nothing but games. And I'm fed up with it. Yes. Carrie, you're exactly right. You're right. I myself don't go over there for a couple reasons. I don't go over there anymore. And it's not even just because I can't stand the lack of truth that's going on over there. It's exactly what Carrie is saying. I can't go over there because I see people asking honest and true questions, and they have rogue mods over there that all of a sudden just block that person. They don't even get an opportunity to ask a good question. It's blocked. And I'm the person that's good that sits there and I call them out on it. And as soon as I call them out, I get told I'm being disruptive and that and then warned that I'm going to get blocked, and then I get blocked. Wisconsin Mom is right. Her channel is built off Summer, and now we can't talk about her because it might offend the mother. It might offend the mother. I was on Crime Lines and Lies, I don't remember the date. I don't remember when it was, but it was either a Sunday or a Tuesday morning. And she had the quote up there by Candace that Candace was not there to discuss anything about Summer. You have a missing 2-year-old child. You need to take lessons from Brandy. Michael Monkey Vaughn. You need to take lessons from a politician on a stage that is going through a debate. You need to take lessons from a reporter that knows exactly where to prick a balloon, that lets all the hot air out slowly, that they get all the information to expose somebody. In the first two incidents, you don't accept the premise of the question and you turn around and you say, my child is missing. I'm here to talk about my child. And if they don't have any interest in talking about your child, you go find somebody else that is. Because that's the only thing in your life that matters. Little Mama, thank you very much for coming out, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Wisconsin Mama, thank you very much. I know, and I think I just on being a voice tonight. I just when I heard that live she did where Ziggy, I apologize. I don't have the link for your channel or anything for that live prepared to throw out there for everybody if they haven't seen it. But your channel's easy to find. What that woman was saying, and then she had somebody that was mimicrying, for lack of a better word, everything else, the same thing over again. That they're just putting themselves on a pedestal and saying, "Oh, look at us, and we're looking down on you, you poor you peasants. We know the truth. We know everything. We're the only ones that can tell you it." But you don't tell anything. Miss Justice, I know I'm behind in the chat, folks. Bear with me. I will catch up with you guys in the chat. I know this has been a minute ago, about 5 minutes ago to be exact. Yeah, I'll accept that mantra. I'll accept another one. I'll gladly accept that I'm part of the hate community. Because if it means exposing the truth, to find out the truth of what happened to Summer Wells, bring it on. I'll wear it like a crown. Crystal, thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate your doing so. Mm-hmm. Crystal. Mm-hmm. Exactly. There's an actually correct word for that so-called media manager. And it's more of press relations, not media manager. Although he's been saying some ridiculous things again, that's not the focus of what I'm talking about tonight. We'll get into him another night again, because I'm going to be staying on this level of I am sick of this. This is about Summer Moon Utah Wells. And if it has to be that these people are exposed and brought the light shine on them for as much as they claim to be Christian, damn, it's pretty dark. Let's not forget that she likes to get on there and flirt with male creators. But you're right. She'll join in the drama at any time. Guys, again, I appreciate your patience with me. I'm trying to catch up with you guys in the chat. I do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Miss Justice. Thank you very much. That's live from this morning for the interview, I hope. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. I did not see all the interview. I only caught a little bit of the interview. Am I back good now, or am I still cutting out on you guys? Okay, that's the link I was looking for. Is the link for the Laura interview this morning? So let me go ahead and put that up there so everybody can see it. I am just so fed up tonight with the idea that anybody, how dare they, just simply how dare they go online and not talk about the core of what this community is all about. You know, I go back to the day one, the very early on when I heard Summer Moon Utah Wells. And I heard what that she was missing, that nobody could find her. We just had a little boy about the same age from Rogersville. What, about a month ago now? A month and a half ago now? That went missing from his property. And it was within just a few hours' time that they found him. It was just a few hours' time that they have found him. But it's taken 2 years, 2+ years, and they still can't find out what happened this summer. Yes, Lorraine, that blows my mind. You've had 7 kids. Chad, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Please go ahead and put the correct number if I'm wrong. You've had 7 kids, 6 of them have been taken away from you by custody, and one of them is missing with an Amber Alert, but you're entrusted to take care of another child. While you're in Arkansas. Wisconsin Mama, you're right. We came together to formed Summer's Army, Army for Summer, however you wish to express it. And we have to fight the parents. That girl 77. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you coming out. I did see your message there. Think of it this way. Not even do we have to fight the parents, but we have to absorb watching them get high on lives, get belligerently drunk on lives, be not only emotionally, not only physically, but be verbally abusive towards each other. And that's gone on throughout the whole entire time. It actually started way before, but when the public spotlight was on it, we really started to see it. So Real Rock and Robin, Ziggy interviewed Laura. I believe her last name is White. She is the girlfriend of Fred Hill. Wisconsin Mama. I agree with you at the most for what you're saying. But it's other statements that she makes that you have to address. She wants to be the adoptive mama. I know that some creators also call somebody else that, but she wants to be the adoptive mama of Summer Wells, and like she's the only one that has a right to speak about Summer. Her self-righteousness, her high opinion of herself. And if she were a guy, we go and say that this guy has a massive ego issue. Really, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter what gender you are. This person has such a high ego issue. Self-importance issue. People need to start tuning her out. Hey, Ziggy, how are you? Ray, if she has said that, and the reason I'm going to term it this way is because I did not personally hear that, she just told everybody what she's all about. Clicks, views, and money, money, money. Renegade Sensor, thank you very much. 9 kids total between the two of them. Yep, Ziggy, we were just talking about you. The Wells Day is coming. You know, Sue, thank you for coming out, of course. I appreciate you doing so. And Annabelle Roma, I do see you as come in as well. I'm losing faith in that. I'm losing hope in that. It's part of why I've been so quiet is because I this is just something I've kept to myself, and I've been keeping to myself and not wanting to put out there. But damn it, I'm doing it tonight. The longer this goes on, is it creeps into my mind that is there ever going to be justice for Summer? I was a person that said very early on that I believe there's 3 or 4 people involved in this that will, at the end of all, will end up with some sort of charge relating to what happened to Summer. But as more time goes by, I honestly have to believe, I'm starting to believe that this is turning into a cold case. Real Rock and Robin, that's saying a lot. It really is. Because earthworms, you just got to give them dirt. A dirt area to crawl into and worm their way through, and they take care of themselves quite efficiently. Reaper's Grim Smile, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming out tonight. We can find out. We can find out live. I'm not calling Grim Reaper out any, but bear with me a moment here. Is it not on this device? There it is. If you hear anything playing in the background, I have Broadcastify on. It's being reported on Facebook that there's a large police presence at Warrior Path Park. Couple things. They just went back to school Tuesday. Warriors Path Park butts up against a high school in an area very close near a high school in area. Could there be something going on from the high school? We'll find out in just a few moments. You'll have to forgive me. I'm looking for any information. Okay, so far I'm not seeing anything about Warriors Path Park and police presence over there on WJHL. So we're just gonna keep Broadcastify on. So I hope it's something comes across if there's anything going on. Lisa Kleckner, thank you very much. Hair curls and hair curlers and crime, thank you very much for coming out. Green Eyes, what's going on? Maybe another time, Green Eyes. That's not what we're doing tonight. That's not what I'm doing tonight. Appreciate you coming in, though. Oh, okay. Cosplay, is that what the police, what's going on? Police activities going on is at the campground? Okay. All right. So there we go. It looks like it's an incident involving a motorcycle. So there's not just a campground or campgrounds and cabins up on Bays Mountain. Warrior Path Park at one point has a campground as well. I believe it's actually a private area, a private owned area of the park that is owned and that is that. Sorry about that, folks. That is privately owned down in one area, and they have a campground. I actually was going to, and there was something going on at the time. This is actually when about the time that Summer Wells went missing. I was going to take a vacation about that time, and I was going to go camping out that campground. And I canceled it because I wanted to keep an eye on and find out what was going on with Summer Wells. Oh, good God. Sorry. Turn down volume so that will stop. Of course, turn down the volume and it doesn't matter. That's Broadcasterify saying it's not connected. No feed, no information. But just so everybody is fully aware of what my intention or what I'm saying tonight, or what I'm calling for tonight. And this doesn't have to be me that you listen to. But Summer's Army, going back to the old phrase we used to use, Summer's Army, you need to tighten up our ranks. We need to stop paying attention to the bullshit. All the extra bull crap that has been going on. And I mean specifically bad creators. I'm not talking about a creator that puts out information and then comes back either later or the next day or a couple days later and goes, I apologize. It was bad information that looked good at the time. I've done it. I know other creators have done it as well. Need to get back to what this really is about. Not what mama and daddy, so called, want to go running around and shooting themselves up with smoking or anything else, or injecting themselves with, or saying no, they don't do that. They don't run this. They don't run that. They don't use this. They don't use that. There's a such thing as saying to keep hold a person's feet to the fire. There's a such thing as keeping saying as keeping the people's feet to the fire. Have we forgotten what that phrase actually means? Has anybody forgotten what that phrase actually means? Holding a person's feet to the fire is basically saying that when you speak, you better be speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. Because if you don't, the pits of hell don't have a fire that's going to burn hot enough than the coals that you're standing on. I'm going to use my channel as an example, and it's not to self promote or anything like that. Please don't think that. I say what I mean and I do what I say. I said I couldn't wait to get up to the 1,000 mark because I knew I would have the hours that were necessary to go ahead and monetize my channel if I wanted to. But I'm past that. I've gotten my email saying I can from YouTube. But I've always said my channel will never be monetized. And it hasn't happened yet. And it won't ever happen. Again, not a criticism of other channels that monetize. I don't care. That's your personal choice that you made. My personal choice is what I made. Reaper's Grim Smile. I won't say my feelings because no one ever believes me. Reapers, I promise this is a place. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that somebody wouldn't question what you're going to say here or what you would say here. Your feelings are. But this is, I'm not going to guarantee this isn't a safe place like you hear in the news and around college campuses and things like that. But speak it because it will always be welcomed here. your opinions, your feelings, they will always be welcomed here. Every single person that has been on, talk to me, whether I'm on another channel or my own channel, knows that unless it's two things, circular logic or an opinion that makes absolutely zero sense, will I ever say anything about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk it out. But you're always welcome to put your 2 cents in. Lady May, we've already found out that this is an incident that's at the campground that's at Warrior State Park, and it's involving a motorcycle. There's apparently a Facebook group that's reporting it. And my apologies again. I needed to take a drink of water. We all do every day in our own way. Oh, it's not a motorcycle now, but it's still an incident at the campground, correct? Yeah, so that campground actually is does attract a lot of drifters. I guess is the right way to say it. Because it's not the ones up on Bays Mountain. It's ones you can just throw a tent out, or if you wanted to sleep in a sleeping bag under the stars, and you're renting a lot of land. They that's what it is. It, what were you? It has its moments. It's summer. Lady May, as it quickly as people start to act up at that campgrounds, the police will flush them right on out. Cosplay. The chat had actually said something about there being a motorcycle. So I wasn't finding anything at first on it, but I do see some information on it now. Um, if you don't know what was playing in the background, that was actually something on Facebook, and it looked like the pictures. I wasn't trying to get a good look at it, so it looked like they were at a pop up trailer. or near a pop-up trailer. So it was definitely the campground. You know, Crystal, I was hesitating saying this, and I'm glad you're saying that. Protect her case number one first, no matter what. Chris McDonough, very early on, when he was analyzing, reviewing, and going over all the details, and I distinctly remember him when he was talking to, I believe it was Steve Johnson, who did a lot of work with him with what they were saying and how they were phrasing. And not only how they were phrasing what Candace was says, Don was said, Hunter was saying things. They were out doing all that kind of work that Chris McDonough said in an investigation. One of the very first things you learn is do not leave the square one until something compels you to do so. Nothing has ever, in my opinion, pointed in a direction to say, move away from 110 Ben Hill Road with information. New Orleans lady, thank you for coming out tonight. I do appreciate you being here. Well, Crystal, to be honest, H said that he's not allowed to talk about a block of time, and I believe it's 2 hours of time that he was told he was not to speak of by law enforcement, and he told Chris McDonough that. Gaelic girl, thank you for joining us. Going by your name, I'm going to say Ireland or Scotland. Just a guess. I said I was not going to be long tonight. I set the table of what we were discussing clearly tonight, and that tonight we're talking about a creator that's gone too far, and that enough is enough. People need to start using that click off button and start finding channels that are telling the truth, the honest truth, the only information that we truly know about Summer Wells, which is, in my opinion, what TBI had put out there. Talking to people on Ben Hill Road from Ben Hill Road is important. David, this is not her channel. This is my channel. Congratulations. You just became the second. Reaper, I don't right now. I don't need. Right now, I do appreciate you asking, Reaper. I don't need for any more mods than what I have. I have a very tight knit group with mods right now, and as I do need more mods, I will make that available. But I did say that earlier in the live that I was going to say that anybody can join me if they have an opinion about what I'm saying tonight or anything like that, and just they don't want to type. Pinned at the top now is the link to join me live. This is a night for you to express your opinion, your thoughts, your frustration. Of course, we're going to keep it respectful about things that are going on with Summer Wells or surrounding Summer Wells' disappearance. Ziggy, you can keep your camera on if you want. You can turn it off if you want. I do appreciate you showing. How you doing?
Good. I was about to go live on my channel, but I decided to come up here instead. So I set it for a little bit later.
Well, I had seen you had put a live or changed the time for your live.
Well, I've changed it a couple of times. I was supposed to have that game at 8:30, and then all this, I was listening to PG, and she was right in the middle of a rant and stuff. I had to go up there and comment on that. So yeah, the game's been. It's not going to be tonight. It's going to be tomorrow. But I am going to go live. I just was listening to you. I didn't want to go live while you were just came on. Plus, I was interested in what you were saying. So,
Reaper's Grim Smile. You can turn your camera off if you want. I do appreciate it. I don't require anybody to have a camera, so you're good. I appreciate that.
Look how washed out. Holy crap, that light's making me look like a pale snail.
Reaper's Grim Smiles joined us. Thank you very much for doing so.
You're welcome. But I'm not here to. Ziggy was talking first, so let her talk.
Yep.
Oh, I'm good. I don't have at the moment. I want to comment on the things you're saying and stuff. So go ahead. I don't have a thought right this second.
Oh, okay. All right. Reaper's Grim Smile. What do you have to say?
First of all, I was reading this thing, and no one has to believe me on this, but just I was reading this thing about on the dark web, where a lot of missing people end up there in a place called the Red Room, being tortured and stuff like that. You can actually watch it and pay to watch it.
Oh yeah,
and I've wondered about that.
There are a lot of pieces of exchange of information that happen on the dark web. It's not a Hollywood myth thing; it's a legitimate thing that happens.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe we should look into that or something.
I'm sorry, Ziggy. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think like a lot of people have like looked into it. It's a theory. I mean, that's something that Donna Serafina was kind of going towards, I think, right? Kinda.
No, this is on, maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah, she was saying something about
it's a
somebody
real
dressing
thing.
up
It,
and
it's a real thing.
So
doing a snuff film.
the scary thing about the dark web is some of the things that happen are in plain sight. Um, a few months back ago, and I'd never talked about this before, but there was a bit of a think tank going on with some creators. It was a very private group of creators and people that were researching information for creators. Ran across some Twitter feeds and some I don't think it was YouTube, but it was maybe it was Facebook as well, where Summer Moon Utah Wells name was being used with other missing persons from around the world for people that were role playing. And it had implications that would suggest that it was involving in dark web type of stuff. And it did get reported to TBI and it was shut down. So
Yeah.
if you see something like that and it's blatantly obvious that this is, there's something more going on. The obvious answer is go ahead and report that. But something like
Yeah.
that what you're referring to with the red room, I
Hmm.
would be cautious about because that would imply that you actually personally have seen that information.
No, I haven't. I was just reading where somebody said that a lot of missing people
Mm-hmm.
are seen there. I never, mm, I don't think I could see that without revolting. You know what I mean?
Right. No, and that's exactly why I'm bringing up what I was mentioning about the Twitter feeds using Summer Wells' name as well as using, and they were even using pictures as well. There was other missing kids from around the world. But TBI, FBI, and I would actually think because it was around the world, Interpol got involved because that kind of thing would be reported to them as well, and it disappeared quickly after it got reported to them, like completely gone.
Yeah. I was thinking about going there to see if I could see anything, and if I did see anything, I would report it because that's what I'll do. But
Um,
a
Oh,
little
don't get
scared too.
involved. No,
I'm a
yeah,
don't
little scared too.
yeah.
don't
Don't
go
do
onto the
that.
dark web
Yeah,
because
do
they
yourself a
track
favor.
that
Don't.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly what Ziggy's saying. Don't go there. If you see something on Twitter, like I was saying, or Facebook, and it leads to, or it hints at something, there's something else like a website, or, and if you were to take there's
Yeah.
a website, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Give me a few moments. There's a website that you can actually go to and type a website name into it, and it
Mm,
will tell you the history of the website.
yeah.
Okay, it will tell you the information that if it's suspicious or not. And I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I did
Well, I get
a
these
45-minute
feelings.
live on it one night. I'm
I
sorry.
get these. I get these feelings like when I start to do something like that. I get these feelings, and I would call them inner feelings. I get real shaky and stuff, and that's my intuition telling me don't do it. Right?
Yeah, that would be your intuition trying to warn you.
It gives me anxiety and all that.
Mhm. That's your
So,
intuition warning you.
and I have a feeling, a very strong feeling right now. Something's about to hit, like something big with this case.
We hope so. We all hope so. And Lorraine, thank you very much for joining us. I know you've been sitting there
Thank you.
quietly for a minute. Thank you for joining us.
Go ahead, Joe. I'll ping you my.
I'm
I
sorry. I
just
could, what were you saying?
Where is all these people coming from? It's been 2 years. They haven't opened their mouth, and then now they all want to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah.
is it in it for them? They got to be something that they kept their mouth shut for 2 years. And now that they got into a little bit of trouble, they want to talk their talk. And I'm
Who's
to the
that?
point, if you're going to talk it, walk it. Tell where she's at. If you know so much, tell where she's at. And I feel like the law enforcement, where it's TBI, FBI, the marshals, or wherever, they need to get up and put some bracelets on the two hands and interrogate them until one of them breaks. It's time to quit tiptoeing around. It's time to put this to rest. This child needs peace. And it should have happened a long time ago. I mean,
100% agree, yeah.
everybody that's been out here has made $1 on this young'un, and it is wrong. And them two that want to so-called their self-parents.
Mhm.
They're wrong. YouTube is wrong for allowing it to happen this long. And I'm just speaking from my heart. And if I think it is going to come out, you know me, RJ.
I do.
And this is wrong to let this keep riding. They're getting to leave state for state. How many other children have they hurt along the highway? It's like this woman that's just come up out of the bushes here lately. I don't even know who she is.
Right.
What's the
talking
deal
about
with
knowledge is power?
Mexico? Now Mexico is coming back up again?
I believe she's meaning Daisy.
No. It's the one that threatened Candace about coming down here on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, she's talking about knowledge is power, or
There
Roe.
you go. I couldn't think of it, Ziggy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like RJ. I'm frustrated. Something needs to be done.
Yeah, that's the one that Daisy was saying that I support, and that's absolutely not true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one that Daisy said that has made her famous and a superstar. That she acknowledged her.
What?
Oh yeah, but she is out here being a holy thou Christian. God forgive me, and I know I'm probably gonna get punished, but there you go.
A Hawkins County cop done a hit and run tonight while driving drunk. Really? Who's the Hawkins County cop? Sorry, somebody in chat said that.
Lady May did. Lady May.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. They need new eyes on this case.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think honestly, and I know how you feel about the sheriff's department, but I also know how I feel. I think there needs to be some serious looking into some of them.
Lorraine, you do know that I don't have any issue with criticizing them if I thought they had an issue with their
Right.
I believe, I still stand with belief that Hawkins County as a TBI, FBI as a whole has done an absolutely excellent job with covering what happened or, investigating what happened. But as I was saying earlier, that I'm starting to lose faith that the parents or anybody's going to be held accountable in general, not just specifically the parents.
I agree with you.
I'm in agreement with you now. It's not so much that somebody has to come in and question everything. It's just it's time for a fresh set of eyes to take a look at this and say, did you consider this? Did you look at this? Whatever the case may be, whatever evidence they actually have that we don't know about, re-examine it.
I mean, there was so much done at the beginning of this case that was just
By the
mucked up.
parents too. By the
Yes, by
parents
the
did the most.
parents, by these so-called famous private eye bounty hunters, managers, whatever you want to call the little puppets. But
I agree with puppets there.
Hmm.
it's just it's time to do something. It's time. And I don't know what has to be done. I don't know if somebody needs to go to the Supreme Court or what to get somebody's feet moving. But I've said my rant. I'll hush now.
Oh no, Lorraine, no. You know of all people that you do not have to hush on my channel.
But this case is just really I'm really like you are. I'm frustrated. I'm fed up with the little games that everybody's playing. You know, they get caught, well, they know something about it. Well, if you knew something about it, why didn't you say something then? Because your little toes might have been dirty. So what? You could have done your time standing on your head probably with everything you've done. Don't sit there and make a little child suffer. If by chance she is alive.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been so many that has played a part in all this. I sat there last night. I couldn't get nobody to go live. Well, I deep dived down into Ernie Shell, down to everybody's little thing that they've done throughout these 2 years. And nobody has done a damn thing to accomplish nothing. Not the TBI, not the FBI, not Hawkins County Police, Sheriff's Department, the so-called goons of a parents, you want to call them. Nobody. But we still have a child missing.
Well, for Ernie Shell, it's Hawkins County would be the wrong county. I'll send you a link for a video that I did to watch through Facebook, so you can take a look at that video.
They're all a bunch of clowns, RJ.
I know it. I deep dived on them in a video.
I was up all night with these Fruit Loops. And the milk got soggy before the cereal did.
Yep. Oh, it's all backwards and sideways and goes corkscrew quick.
I mean, I don't know. They're just some weird characters. I'm telling you.
True that.
I don't know where these people come from to be in the circle of that child's life.
What's scarier is the amount of people that I don't seem to follow what the parents say and support them. Not just the parents, but the type of people you're talking about. I mean, even I don't know. I know you're talking mainly about law enforcement and stuff, not so much.
How did all these people come to be in this family circle? They don't live in that same state.
Well, yeah, there's the family has moved. There's a lot of moving parts to say that this family,
yeah, I just found out they were living in Virginia at one point in time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no about this one.
There's no. This is Virginia is the one state there was never any legal issues, so there's only there's not really a track record, but there's a driver's license and that kind of information, and then that's it.
And I'm gonna tell you how deep dive it's been to where my mind has flipped. You know, one time I asked you, Have they ever been a birth certificate ever found on her? Can you still Ray? It
No.
would be hard to find a birth certificate.
Yes.
Well, how
We've
do we
had that
know
conversation before.
Yeah, and I got to thinking, everything that me and you have talked about, everything that I have done, everything that me and Duncan has talked about, and then we all three conspired together and talked.
Mm-hmm.
And then listening to your other lives, who's to say that she actually gave birth to Summer?
She looks too much like her brothers to be able
Well,
to say that. She looks too much like to be her brothers to say that she had another parent, another mom.
I'm just, just
Yeah, I
got
think
to
she
be
was
a
doing home birth.
heartless.
I really
You
do.
got
I'd
to
like
be
to
a heartless person to not want to find your child. The first chance you got, you ran from that hill. Your life never stopped. Not one time did their life stop.
Has there ever been? There's been a birth certificate or not a birth certificate, but proof of a hospital birth. I think for the oldest boy.
Yes.
But besides that, I don't think that we have. I feel like she did a lot of home births. I really do, but that's just my opinion. I think she was circumventing the hospital for obvious reasons.
Everybody in chat, if I haven't said hi to you in the past little bit, I apologize. I do see I have had some people come in and say they're going to be like September Verger. There's going to be watching on replay to find out what we've been talking about tonight. If I missed anybody else, please, I appreciate you coming in tonight. And if you are replay crew, I very much appreciate you also listening. But thank you guys. Sorry about that.
No.
But seriously, there's no birth certificate on these kids. How did you get shot records? How are you going to register them in school?
Shot records, you don't have to have birth certificate for it. If the doctor's office will issue the shot records card, or then you're fine.
But don't you have a birth certificate to register for school?
You can register a birth certificate within the county, or even just register for a Social Security card, from my understanding. And it's
so you can actually just make up any date.
You could say that if you say that you're like or what do they call it? Not transient kid, or what is it? I don't know what. If you say that you're homeless and you're moving and stuff, they'll
transient.
they'll take other forms. Because I know when I was enrolling my daughter for school, I remember it asks stuff like that. Have you moved? They want to know, make sure you're in stable housing and stuff, because people say all the time, oh, there was a fire or whatever. Sometimes people get away with getting their kids enrolled without, I don't know.
I had to go way back to Columbia to get mine.
So it depends on what state and what county. I'll be honest, a lot of the more rural towns and things places like that. If you're home birthed, it is still a common thing that there's some areas that you do that they don't go to the hospital. They believe in, Lorraine, you'll understand this phrase, that they just don't believe in going to the hospital unless the person was dying. The phrase is
done the midwife deal.
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up having to go because there was complications.
Right.
We lost both of them because of the midwife really didn't know what she was doing. There's a piece of the puzzle that's not adding up. They never stopped their life at all. They continued day by day at what they started from the day it happened. It was like it never happened with them. and they go up here on these YouTube channels and they boo-hoo, act like they cry and they're drunk half the time or duped up. And they're just wanting somebody to support them, and it's time for everybody to stop it. Get out and get a job. You have no youngins. You don't clean house. You don't clean your yards. There's nothing wrong with you. I'd like to have 5 minutes with her, but they won't let me. They won't.
Lori, we need information from her, not her to be in a puddle.
Well, I'd get information. I wouldn't hurt her because I'd have to live with God then.
That's true.
I wouldn't.
Hey, RJ, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna listen from the chat. Sorry,
Okay.
I have to go live here in a few minutes.
Are you going live on your backup?
No, on my regular channel because people have been waiting for me to, and I, promised I would. So
okay.
Plus, I need to explain the whole game thing.
I didn't mean to run you off, Ziggy.
No, you didn't run me off at all. I'm supposed to be live like right now. But anyways, talk to you guys soon.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
All right, RJ, I'll let you talk a while.
Well, tonight, you're actually good because tonight I had to get it off my mind.
I'm glad you went live tonight, man.
Thank you, Dumpling.
But I
no, you're Huntress. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So it frustrated me and it was eating me up all day. What that one particular channel said, and I could not help.
On that one. What channel was you watching?
The Crime Critters, something or other.
Okay, gotcha.
And
okay.
it was a reaction to the interview that Ziggy had done earlier today in the morning. I apologize. I'm being distracted by the chat for a second. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the happy birthday. I really do.
Well, happy birthday, RJ. I'm sorry.
No. I don't make a big deal out of my birthday. It just some people had spotted it on Facebook and they're mentioning it now in the chat room. But yes, today is my birthday. Thank you very much. Appreciate the well wishes and happy birthday wishes and everything like that. The thing that irked me, if you had not seen it, and honestly, the thing that irked me the most is that she had the audacity to go on there and again make the statement that she's the only creator that talks about Summer Wells and keeps Summer Moon, Utah Wells' name out there, out in YouTube. Story. But how many times have I gone on a channel that either Dumplings or your
every one of them
or Juju and been like, you guys will start asking questions about Summer, and I'm just there to go hang out, and I've not intended to keep talk about Summer, but you guys start asking questions, and I'm more than happy. Well, okay, not maybe more than happy, but I'm more than willing to have a conversation about Summer Wells.
Right.
It's not just her.
But
in fact,
out of the creators that you mentioned, not one of us collect a dime on that youngin. Exactly. Not one of us.
Exactly.
We're there just to keep her name out there and to keep, bring awareness, and maybe somebody will hear our voice to bring her voice home.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not there to make $1 off of her at all.
No.
That's the reason they don't come after us.
Now, I have a backup channel that deals with a whole different topic. In fact, I'll go ahead and say it right now. Tomorrow night, I will be live on my backup channel. If you don't know who, if you don't know that I have another channel,
I don't.
I will be on that channel tomorrow night, and I'll figure out if I can actually do a live during the day or if it's going to be a pre-recorded. But it's going to be my personal background, and I hope it's able to be live, be more interesting. Of and my experiences, some of my experiences dealing with what my backup channel talks about, and you know, it's just one of those deals where, you know, again, thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate that.
You got
but-
a link to that or is it a name?
Carrie just dropped it into the chat. If you would take a look
I'll
at the
get
chat.
it when I can't see it when I'm up here.
Oh, are you on a cell device, a smartphone or
Yes.
something? All right, hang on a second here. Let me actually grab it.
I got it right here.
Okay, you got it now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So, like I said, I have a backup channel that deals with all different kinds of stuff, and I'll be on there talking tomorrow night. Hopefully, I can do a live. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it, whether or not I can. But anyway, it's like that's my channel. That's not Summer Wells, and it has nothing to do with Summer Wells, to be honest. And I don't intend it to have anything to do with Summer Wells. It's a completely different genre of conversation.
Cool. I'm
Yeah,
glad
because
you
I haven't put
spoke
anything.
on it.
Miss Justice is probably because I haven't been on there, to be honest. I started the channel and I said I had the channel, but I've not put anything on there yet. I've had other issues and life happen, and well, that's going to be a goal, is to get that channel going, because I really want to get what I have intended purpose with that channel to happen.
Cool.
And
we're
look, it's
all here
Miss
to help you.
Dumpling. It's Miss Dumpling.
Hello.
Hey,
How you doing?
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Watch this. You ready, RJ?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes, do it, do it, do it.
Ah, it's Andres.
Birthday.
Are y'all together?
Yes.
Y'all finally got together.
Well, we get together. We got together before. We just
Oh,
yeah, but she came for my Nana's cookout. We had to come see. I was live, RJ. I ended my live to come tell you happy birthday.
Oh my goodness, you didn't have to do that.
Well, we didn't know you were live. Someone on panel was talking about you, and I was like, it was Mr. Michigan, and I was like, oh, he's live. We didn't know, so we had to come say hi.
And I
you
had to
didn't
let
have
you
have game night.
because you deserve the birthday wishes, RJ, whether you like it or not.
There's 2 days in a year that I actually don't like, and this is one of them.
Aw. Stop that. What are you up here ranting about?
Oh, I was highly disturbed about what a certain creator that uses the image of a cow.
What'd she do?
She was going on about earlier today about how she's the only creator that keeps Summer Wells' name out there, and that she's the only that the creators have no information or nothing to talk about unless they're talking about her, and it was enough was enough to me. You know,
Yeah.
it just somebody had to speak up, and I was just full of it.
When did she do that? Today or last night?
That was today.
Oh, I missed it.
Nice.
We haven't been on YouTube today. Everyone's had a busy day, so I missed that. Last I heard, she wasn't talking about Summer anymore, but I understand.
Oh
Last
no, she was.
The parents.
Oh, she was today.
Oh, I know. I believe you. I just missed it.
And the way she had done it was that she was criticizing Ziggy, who was on here earlier, about an interview with Fred Hill's girlfriend, Laura White, I believe her name is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was really it's just something that ate me up, and just as the day went on, it's just like I couldn't sit there and not say anything.
So I heard her talking about Ziggy. I heard PG talking about Ziggy, about someone bullying Ziggy, or basically bullying. But I didn't know who she was talking about was bullying Ziggy. So I guess that was.
She was trying to, but she was exposing herself more than anything else for what her channel is truly all about. I know there's been a lot of tension. I have somebody backstage that wants to join us between you and this other person. Are you going to be okay with me bringing this other person up on the live?
If it's someone you think I'm not going to be okay with, I'll just hop down and let you continue your live because I have an idea.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I did so, and it'd be a surprise, because I'm not going to have it be where somebody targets somebody else.
Right, but we will be in comments listening, okay?
Okay. I appreciate
Happy
you doing
birthday.
Happy
so. Thank
birthday.
you, Dumpling. Thank
Bye,
you.
girls.
Love you,
Bye.
Lorraine.
Okay.
Hi, I
Hey,
just
Kimmy,
wanted
how
to
are you
wish
doing?
you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, it was pretty much what I expected and what I had planned. Other than I just was planning on. I'm on vacation, so I was just planning a chill, relaxed day and just cleaning and doing some cooking and whatnot and type of deal and wasn't actually planning on doing a live tonight, but then again, I said I was going to do a live on Tuesday and never did. And then this
Yeah.
happened with the other channel, and I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer.
I
That's
understand.
sometimes how it happens.
Yeah. Well, you did a good job, and I totally agree with you. So, but I seriously just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. No,
Absolutely.
no drama, no crap. I just wanted to wish
No,
you.
no, you're fine. No, you're
Okay.
fine, and I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
and no disrespect, but I was being respectful to both sides.
I understand.
Okay.
All right.
But
Well, I'm going to hop down. I just wanted to say, hey, it's been a while.
okay, absolutely, it has been. You still doing lives, or did you stop doing them altogether?
I've stopped for now.
Oh, okay,
So, channel's there, but I've stopped.
okay,
But
all right.
it's
You
all
have
good.
my email address, so you're welcome to email me anytime.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
It's Crazy Chicken Lady. How you doing tonight? Do appreciate you coming out. Unfortunately, it's at the end for tonight. Dumpling, I honestly I have to get deeper into that to have a comment, because I heard it, and it's one of those things where I want to dig into and before I give an opinion, because it's something that's going to be difficult to prove one way or the other, to be honest. But I do know what you're referring to about a rumor. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, Lorraine. Very, very much appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. And that was not my intent of being on live tonight, but I do appreciate that. If you all want to join me, I'm going to go over and listen to what Ziggy has to say for a little bit, see what's going on over there. And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It is going on 11:15 where I am. As I always say, is do you know where your kids are tonight? If you do, make sure you give them an extra hug or a kiss, and make sure that they know that you're there for them. Could be a text message. You never know what it means to hear from somebody that they matter to you. I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening tonight. And this has been Conversations Living with RJ. I am RJ, and I'm out. Have a good night, y'all.